What's going on, guys? Welcome back for another recipe video. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make one of the greatest sandwiches of all time. Now I know it's a big statement, but it's true. The Croque Monsieur. But instead of just a Croque Monsieur, we're going to throw a sunny side egg on it and make it a Croque Madame. I've served easily 500 of these throughout my life in French bistros. I think there's a reason why I sold so many. They're delicious. So the Croque Madame is basically like a grilled cheese with the addition of ham, grainy mustard, and a nice bechamel that we're gonna smear on top of it and broil it in the oven. So I'm gonna be making 2 of them today for me and my sister. Let's get to the recipe. All right, first things first, we're gonna gather all of our ingredients. This is called our mise en place. I'm not sure if I've actually stressed the importance of your mise en place when it comes to cooking. It is one of the most important things when it comes to becoming a good cook and fast and efficient and just enjoying it, really. So what we got here is sourdough, grainy mustard. I like half grainy mustard, half Dijon, to be honest. But if you just have grainy, that'll do. If you just have Dijon, that'll do as well. I got some nice honey ham. I have 1 nutmeg, that's gonna go in the bechamel. Got milk, 30 grams of flour, 30 grams of butter, and about 100 grams of gruyere cheese. I'm gonna grate that before I get going. All right, so first things first, we're gonna be making the bechamel. All right, so to make the roux for the bechamel, you're gonna melt some butter. Don't want it too hot, you don't want to burn the butter. So just melt that. So that's 30 grams of butter. To it, we're going to be adding 30 grams of flour. Now, 30 grams of flour doesn't equal to 30 mils of flour. I think it is like 3.5 tablespoons. That's why I really like using grams as a measurement, because everything is just what it is. Like if you want to multiply it or divide it or whatever. It's just a lot easier of a measurement to work with. A lot more accurate. So melted, flour goes in. I got it on low heat. Just gonna mix it together. So from here we want to cook it for about a minute. We want to cook that flour out. If you don't, even after you boil the milk in it, it could taste a little bit raw. So just like a minute or 2. You'll see it go nice and foamy and pale color. If you keep cooking it, you'll end up with a brown roux, and we don't want that. That's for like brown sauces and meat sauces and whatnot. I'm gonna turn the heat up a little bit, speed things up. Just keep it moving around. You don't want it to stay in one spot and burn. You can see it start to get nice and foamy. We're almost there. Now be very careful when you make roux. That gets molten hot. Like, it'll just lift your skin right off. It's not fun. All right, I think we're there. Before it gets some color, I've heated up some milk. So in total, it's going to be 125 mils. You want to add a little bit at a time and quickly whisk it in. See how quickly it soaks it up? A little bit more. Well, it might be too much. Yeah, see, if you add too much, it doesn't evenly incorporate it, but don't worry, we can save it. Just grab a whisk. And before you add it any more, make sure it's nice and smooth. So I got it off the heat because I can see it's wanting to burn. See, nice and smooth again. Add more milk. Turn the heat down a bit. All right, now I'm gonna add the rest of the milk. And then I'm gonna bring it to a simmer. So at this point I'm gonna add some salt. It's like 1/4 teaspoon, roughly. I'm also gonna grate some nutmeg, maybe about an 1/8 teaspoon. Nutmeg's really, really nice in bechamels. What's that? Quarter of a nutmeg or so. So I got on low heat. It's coming up to a simmer. Alright, so that's simmered for a few minutes now. You can see it's slightly thickened. Now I'm going to add the cheese. So about 100 grams of grated gruyere cheese. It's about 1 cup worth. So from now I'm going to turn the heat off. You don't want to add cheese to a boiling sauce. It could split the fat. So give it a good whisk. Looks perfect. Alright, so we got everything for the sandwiches now. We got the mustard, the ham, 30 more grams of the grated gruyere cheese, and 4 slices of sourdough. So I'm gonna dress the inside of each piece of bread with some mustard. You don't want to go crazy, but you do want a nice thin coating. Right to the edge. You want every bite to be super tasty. That's why I like using a bit of Dijon with the grainy. It just gives a nice coverage. Alright, to that, we'll put the cheese. Just a thin layer, because we still got that bechamel. But it does give it a nice ooze, which is always nice. Alright, now the ham. Whoops. So that's 1. Now I'm going to close it. Alright, just like a grilled cheese, I got some soft butter here. Just going to evenly smear it all over each side of the sandwiches. That's 1. All right, let's get these cooking. All right, so I got a non-stick pan over a medium-ish heat. You want to hear a little bit of a sizzle. You don't want too hot or it'll burn before it fully cooks. Let's get both of them in there. I'm going to turn it down about medium. When I make grilled cheese, I like pressing down on the bread. Give it a nice contact with the full surface of the bread for a nice even toast. Not enough to smush it, obviously, but a little bit longer. All right, it's been a couple minutes. See how it looks. Yeah, ready for a flip. Beautiful. So from here, we'll let that get a little bit of a toast. We don't want to fully cook it because it's still going to go in the oven. So maybe cook that for like 1 minute, get it half toasted. Then we're going to put the bechamel, more cheese on it. Time for the beche. So smear it right over to the edges. You want it over the edge like that so it drips right down and doesn't burn the bread when it's in the broiler. All right, nice and coated. Next one. Right over the edges. All right, so I just got a little bit more grated gruyere, like it needs it. If you're gonna do it right, right? All right, so with your oven set with a middle rack, I'm gonna pop the pan in the oven. I've had it set on broiler for the last 5 minutes, so it's nice and hot. And I'm not gonna close the oven because it's a plastic handle and I don't wanna ruin my pan. Yeah, and you're just gonna keep an eye on it. It'll take maybe 1 to 2 minutes. You want a nice golden brown. A little bit of char is nice, but you don't want the whole thing burnt. There it is. As you can see, the bottom is nice and toasted as well. Top's got a nice crunch to it. A little bit of blistery bits, which I was looking for. Now for the fried eggs. I'm gonna use quite a decent amount of avocado oil because we're doing a sunny side up and the oil won't be absorbed into the egg. And I really don't want it to burn. So I got it over medium heat. We're gonna drop that down to about a lower heat now. Oil's nice and hot. And take a big spoon and start basting. You want that hot oil on top of the yolks so they cook evenly by the time the bottom cooks. I'm going to turn the heat off. They're pretty much cooked. A little bit more basting on top. Alright, perfect. You can tell if the yolks are cooked. You just gently touch them and they're nice and warm, which they are. So from here, a little bit of nice kosher salt, a little pepper. Alright, time to get these on the sandwiches. 1 egg. I like putting the yolk right in the center, because this is a knife and fork kind of sandwich. And when the person eating it cuts into it, the yolk oozes everywhere and it's glorious. It's time to plate it up and eat it now. Don't have to garnish it, but a little bit of green couldn't hurt. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of thyme. And that's it, guys. I think it's time to eat. Guys, give it a try. Next time you have a couple people over, whatever, family, brunch, breakfast, doesn't matter. Such a good sandwich. All right, guys, that's gonna be it for me today. I'm gonna go finish this. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, so you don't miss out on any of the upcoming videos. And I'll see you soon. All right, have fun in the kitchen.